Hello, 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 brothers. How we doing? Day 12 of No Porn November. No? Pray you guys are all doing well. Today I wanted to talk about urges and temptations. Because I've been advising quite a few people recently that you shouldn't worry so much about the urges. People get so terrified when they get urges that, I'm going to relapse now because I have really strong urges. It's like, no, 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 no. Strong urges do not mean that you're going to relapse. It's not guaranteed that once you have urges, a relapse is coming for you, that it's around the corner. What it is that those strong urges are actually the opportunity for you to prove to yourself that you're genuinely recovering, that your strategy is working. Because if we go without urges, then you haven't really proved anything. Like, you get some people that they say, okay, I was for 60 days of my streak, I was working extremely hard. I was working 15, 16 hours a day. I would come home, I would sleep, I would get up, I would do it again. There was no time to even think about pornography. There was no room for urges. But then afterwards, when they get a holiday, when they get vacation time, when they get time off, those urges start coming back. It's like, ooh, we're bored again. We're not doing anything. We're not occupied in our time. We're not productive. And then really strong urges come. So it's like, yeah, you were on day 60. That's amazing. That's incredible. Day 60 is not an easy accomplishment, but it wasn't a genuine day 60 because you didn't have any urges to deal with. It's when you get those terribly strong urges on day 10 and you overcome it, and then you prove to yourself, wow, I got over that. If I got over that, it was terrible, it was horrible, I can do it again. So let's take those urges as an opportunity to prove to yourself that yes, my strategy is working. Yeah, I'm actually free of this thing. Look, that urge was telling me go back now. It's telling you go back now. It's listing videos, it's listing categories and names of people and stuff. It's like go back and go check that out. Go search for that site. And you're telling it, no, I'm not going back. I have all these reasons why I don't want to relapse. No, I am not doing it. When you do that, you prove to yourself that, yeah, you're free now. You're overcoming this. You're saying no. That's how you should see the urge. This is a chance for you to prove yourself. And not only that, don't feel ashamed. There's people that they don't want to even mention that they got an urge. Like, forget talking and being open and honest about slips or actual relapses. No, they don't even want to say I got an urge. I feel like having an urge is somehow dirty. Yeah, it tarnishes them. That makes them unclean. Listen, everyone gets urges. I'm telling you, everybody. You can't name anyone to me that doesn't get urges. It's no. That's not how life works. Urges are a natural part of being human. You're not going to reach a point in your life where you never have another urge again. The nature of the urge will change. That's true. Right now, I'm not getting pulled to look back at pornography. With God's help, I've reached over 5 months on hard mode. My urges are different now. They're telling me go on Instagram. It's not telling me go to the hub. It's like go on Instagram and search for this, search for that. Maybe you should check out that show on Netflix, The nature of the urge changes, but you still get them. If you even think about like gurus and yogis and holy men and women and stuff, they get urges. They've reached another level where they dismiss them instantly. That thought doesn't remain in their mind. Like, whoa, gone. Boom. They're far beyond, but the thought will still come because it's natural. It's part of being human. So it's like, if everyone gets urges and there are people that get urges and they don't view pornography, they don't masturbate, then obviously Having the urge isn't bad. And that means that I can do that too. That means I can accomplish what they're doing. If they're getting urges and not acting on it, wow, that's great. That means I can do the same thing. You know? It's your actions that count. The problem is with so many, for so many relapses, we've connected the urge with instantly with, yep, that means I'm going to watch pornography and masturbate, because every time we had an urge in the past, that's what we did. We had the urge, and we instantly started typing things into Google, into Yahoo, whatever. Does anyone use Bing? we start typing things in. We start going down that road. We start searching for things we know we shouldn't have. And that's when the guilt and the shame and the regret comes in. So now we start feeling that just because we've had an urge. It's like, no, disconnect yourself from that feeling. Feel happy. Feel like, yeah, okay, this is my time to shine. I have practiced for this. And that's another thing. You have to practice your strategy. When someone, okay, let's use the analogy of a soldier, right? When a soldier goes onto the battlefield with his rifle, he's already used that rifle quite a few times before he goes and has to attack one of the enemy combatants or something. He's not going up against the other army soldiers without ever having any gun training. You know, you have to use it before you get in there, and you have to keep up with that practice. Whatever your method is that you're using, and you do need to have a method. You have to have a method. You can't just be like, no urges. Because as you're doing that, all that your subconscious mind is hearing is urges. And it's building up again, like urges to watch pornography. And it's getting stronger and stronger. As you're trying to ignore it, you're just fueling the urge more and more. You need to confront the urge directly with your method. And then practice that method. Practice it even when you don't have urges. Like for me today, I can't even really call it an urge. It's like a very faint suggestion, like, oh, that video that you watched long ago. But because I practice my method daily, it was dismissed within 10 seconds. It's gone. That thought to go back to any video that I watched in the past is gone. Because daily practice. And daily, like, it's not a long thing. Like the work that I'm putting in nowadays in order to remain free and clean. You know, the daily practice takes less than 5 minutes a day. I have 24 hours in a day. I can give 5 minutes so I can stay clean of an addiction that plagued me for years, you know. We've all got that. We can all do that. Let me tell you guys something. When you overcome the urge, when you overcome an urge, a strong one, really, when you overcome that, the joy, the happiness that you get from saying, yes, I overcame that urge. I didn't relapse. My streak is intact. That feeling, just that small feeling alone is better than you would ever have got from giving into it. Ever. The urge is a lie. It's a liar. It's promising you pleasure and delight. It says you're going to feel good. No, you don't. Because when you have a memory of giving into that urge, you feel ashamed. You feel like a coward. You feel so much regret and guilt. But when you look back and like, that was, on day 45, that was a terrible urge. And I got past that. That feels good. That feels great. You know? That leaves a good memory. You can look back at that and feel proud of yourself. You know, no one feels proud for relapsing. No one wants to be on day 0. No. The joy that you get from overcoming that urge is better than you would ever get from giving into it. That's the message I'm going to leave with you guys. We can all do this, brothers. Peace.